We're going to get started. Thank you for being here. I am Berenecea Johnson Eanes, the president of York College. Welcome to all of our guests in the Zoom room and to those who are here in person. It's so good to see you. We welcome you to our executive breakfast, December 8th, and we are very excited to have you here. It's been a very busy time here at York. We actually concurrently were planning this event and our ribbon cutting for 7 of our capital projects this past Friday. Thank you for all who were able to attend. The bigger capital project still underway, as you can see, is the roof and the renovation of our Performing Arts Center. We will be happy to welcome you back when that is done. One thing we want to be sure that we say to everyone is that we are really, really pleased with our ability to get the upgrades and the improvements to our facilities needed for our wonderful students, faculty, and staff. I want to thank our leaders in the elected offices, the CUNY chancellor, the state government, and everyone that had anything to do with us shoring up our physical spaces. I want to welcome our guests this morning, who I believe who are going to become our family. QBFC, the team here, and particularly President Adam Schneider. Thank you for being here. They will be sharing some updates on the stadium and community initiatives as well, and letting us know the exciting things that are going to be happening. As still the somewhat new president of York College, who has been the president longer in COVID than out. I will be so happy when I cannot say that any longer. I'm really, really happy to welcome QBFC to our campus and for us to have this opportunity today to hear from the leaders. I want to be sure that you all know that being here is an endeavor and a labor of love for all of us. We particularly care about the quality of experience that everyone that comes to this campus has. And this is just yet another partnership that will add to what happens to a York College community member every day. This will be a game changer for us. This stadium will fortify this community, this college, and the larger Queens area in a way that we are very excited about. So again, thank you for attending our breakfast, and I am going to hand it over to Adam and his team.
Thank you. We're going to just kick it off with a little video to start. Thank you everybody for coming. And they say a picture's worth 1,000 words, so a video is probably worth 1,000,000 words. And that's a good snapshot, I think, of what's been going on in the last year plus here as we've been building the team. I want to thank President Eanes, CUNY, and New York College for the invitation to the Executive Leadership Breakfast Series for Queensborough Football Club to share with the York community the updates regarding football club, the stadium plans, and the sporting operations. Also, congratulations on the capital improvements. Very excited to be part of that and to be hopefully cornerstone of that. We're also happy, by the way, to have this gathering physically on campus with a digital broadcast. I think it's fair to say we're all in the reboot process of going from going to return to normal. I gather that York has a goal of 70% students in spring, so we're all dealing with that. And when we announced the stadium in April, we promised that we would continue to make updates along the way of the various developments that are happening. And what a year it's been. Just glad that we are here together. So as promised, we're here to continue to provide the updates on the project. And it's important that we do that with all of the stakeholders here. This is a collective effort. And so today we figured we could introduce some faces and names to go along with the organization as we continue the dialogue amongst us, university, the students, our neighbors, business owners, leaders, and fans of soccer, and some future stars in soccer, we hope. Top line updates are the vision and mission, and the commitment is the same for this project, to build a professional soccer club and organization that represents Queens as the world's borough in the world's game. We are aligned with York and CUNY's vision and operate the club as a community asset. I cannot overstate that enough. That is truly the way we look at it. We are stewards of a shared property together, and we have the same vision of representing Queens with CUNY and York. Obviously, we've all been affected by COVID, and not only from a health and safety standpoint, but also just in terms of economic developments and the way fans and brands engage with each other, and that continues to evolve. And it's, I would say, our philosophy regarding this time is we want to do things right as opposed to right now, and that is going to continue to be our philosophy, and that's very important. Also, this is a dialogue. This is not a fake meal. We're always available for feedback. The purpose of this is to continue feedback. We are sensitive to all stakeholders' needs. And again, we are here as a team. We will be making future announcements in the coming year. And I just want to end again with the notion that we belong to York, Jamaica, and Queens, who are as important as any player on the field. So with that, I'm going to turn over to Adam Benke, our resident rock star and chief business officer, to share updates regarding the stadium.
Thank you, everybody, for having us here today. What a pleasure it is to be back on campus. April was too long ago, but thank you, President Eanes, for welcoming us as a part of the family. We are also thrilled to be a part of what will become all of our future home together. This is a place which we'll talk about today that is going to be a beautifully privately financed stadium that we're hoping to break ground on at the end of spring, early summer 2022, and I'm looking forward to that event already today. And as promised, we're going to continue to give viable updates throughout the process. But I want to focus a little bit more today on what this place will be for all of us, and that is a home. That's a home for the Queensborough FC Academy, which you just saw videos of, that made it to the national tournament in their first ever year as a club. They did not have a place to call home this year. They were at 12, 13, 14 different fields throughout the year, yet we're still able to make it to that championship final. And that speaks volumes to what we're building here in Queens, the talent that we have here right in our backyards locally. But it shows the importance of a home. We need a home, I think, to take it to that next level, to get to that championship and hold that trophy up together. But that's not all that it's about. It's about this community. It's everything to do with our neighbors, our students, our faculty and staff, that this place will all collectively be a place that we can rally together around. It's going to be a place that's used for championship level events for all sports, for our annual York commencement, camps and clinics, health and wellness events. And that's as a part of our community, so important to all of us. And it really is going to become the crossroads of community, culture, sport, academics, and something that we all can be very proud of. So I just want to say thank you first and foremost to everybody here at York that's been a part of this. We've worked very, very hard to get to this point. We have a lot to go and plenty ahead of us, but it's been very incredible. It's been very, very nice to work with a group of people that have a like-minded mission and know what we're trying to accomplish here. So here today, we're going to provide a little update on where we are, how we're thinking, and going to go over an overview map to talk about how this all ties into the community. But we're very excited to finally get to a place where we are comfortable here on the campus, calling this place home and working with a group that we know that we can call family. As you can see here, where we stand today is the Performing Arts Center. We're not too far away from the existing HPC building and the future site of Queensboro FC. We dropped in the logo and the drawing of the 7,000+ person stadium that we're working on today. I wanted to highlight quickly that we have worked closely with a variety of parties to map out what we are going to call the March to the Match, which you can see on 159th Street. This is really the bridge to the rest of our community and shows that we want to go beyond just the site to ingrain and engage our community in a big way. 159th Street will hopefully become the place where everybody joins us pre-game for all the events that we're going to be hosting here at the campus. This is going to tie in local businesses. This is going to tie in local fans in our community to really ignite what we call York College campus and Queensboro FC Stadium once this comes to light. That's going to be a very lively place with music and food, song and dance, and getting everybody excited to come to this location on a regular basis. Fortunately, we're positioned very positively with the transportation lines around us. As you all know, we have access to the E, the J, the Z, the Long Island Railroad, and over 10 different bus stops here that can access all different portions of Queens. So in our mission and our ethos, it's a welcoming environment. It's a welcoming team. This is a welcoming campus. We want to open our arms to all. And this really does embody our ethos here and building this on this campus together. This is a place that I think is going to bring in over 150,000+ attendees to our local community, which is beneficial for all of us. This is going to give us the opportunity to talk to our local business leaders, get our fans and people from all over the borough involved in the local food, the restaurants, the bars, and hopefully ignite the economic impact that we're really hoping that this anchor tenant allows us to do in bigger ways than we've ever have done before. Also, as Adam said, as President Eanes said, this is a community asset. So this is a place where we hope that can be an open door to many and all, whether that's hosting the events that I mentioned prior, or even having classes, internship programs, and things like that that augment our existing infrastructure and existing programming. This is all about community partnership and collective effort to enhance everybody's lives around us in this area today. A few technical pieces on the stadium itself. As you walk down 160th Street, you're going to see the main entryway that is congruent to the 159th bridge that you talk here. So easy pathway from the transportation lines down to 160th Street through into the stadium. And that's where all the fun is going to continue after you get through that March to the Match. A positive that we've seen here over the last year is that open street program is really a beneficial thing that's happening in our community and around our city. So we're working right now to understand the viability of having 160th Street shut down on game day and maybe other days for events and activations in our community to really enhance, again, our surrounding area so that this can be a space that's safe and easy to get to and accessible for all in our community and benefiting them in ways that have not been able to be accessed before. Next, I'm going to go on to community here. As you see some pictures from around our time over the last year, getting involved in our local community, we take this very seriously. We're very active. We're a community first club and we're a community first campus. So as you can see in some of these photos, we've taken time to get out and about in the community, whether that's at food drives, community pantries, volunteer events, park cleanups, improvements across the borough, wherever we can. We're trying to show up in the best ways possible. And that's not just our staff, that goes to our players and our coaches as well across the board, our ambassador group, our community members that are involved with Queensboro FC, proudly wearing the logo across all events that we arrive to. And we really know that we can bring that level of commitment here to York's campus and ingrain in our student body and be able to continue this for many years to come. Another highlight that I wanted to mention is how we see sporting, academics, and health and wellness. This is an opportunity for us, like we've already started to do with our local partners at Medicis and Jamaica Hospital, to bring their specialty of care and health to our players and also in our community. We've been at different vaccine drives and hosted some camps and clinics already that have shown that not only can we teach the value of sport and health and wellness, but also bring in some top level doctors and trainers to help our players, athletes, and community understand the importance of health and wellness overall. And by having a place that we can call home right here on campus, this is going to be the epicenter for all of those things and all the other events and activations that we've mentioned here on campus. So I'm really excited to continue working with this group. We have big things ahead. Very excited for the future and everything that we're building here today. Updates are going to continue as we work through this, but we're going to go on to now our sporting staff and our technical director, Luis Gutierrez, is going to give updates on where we are as a team and how this season has progressed. Thank you.
Thank you, Dan. As Adam mentioned, I'm Luis Gutierrez. I'm the technical director of Queensboro FC. I oversee of the sporting side of the club, and one of my role is to create a methodology for the team that is giving us personality and is expressing what the club is going to be. So we're going to be a team that control the games, that possesses the ball, that has an attacking mentality, and put the players in a position that they can score goals. And at the same time, we are creating a team that is enjoyable for the fans. That is another important part of our role. This philosophy has values that we want to bring to the players. We believe that the players has to have a teamwork mentality, a positive aptitude, and adaptability, honesty, and integrity, and that is going to be reflecting on the field and off the field. That mixing with the philosophy is creating a methodology that is been incredible this first season. We have had under 19 team that has been playing in a USL Academy League. It's the first team of the club, and the experience has been great. We went through the tryout in November 2020, and last weekend we played the finals in Tampa. So we have players that came to the tryout and has been playing a final in 10 months. That is something incredible and a great experience for the players. Also, we are a fully funded academy that is giving us the opportunity to offer a position in the team for players that cannot afford to pay to play, and to have a top quality coaches, professional environment. So that I think is another key point to give the opportunity to the community, to the players that are playing in the streets, in the small academies, in the parks in Queens. And we have had an incredible squad, 20 players that are coming from everywhere in New York, in Queens, that are New Yorkers, but at the same time are coming, his families are coming from Colombia, from Ecuador, from other parts of the world. So that is a huge achievement from the club, and it's helping us to the sporting side to be successful. One example is Juan Cruz that is here with us. He's the goalkeeper of the team. He's living in Queens, and he's from Colombia. He's one a very good example. He came in November to the tryout, and now he's a prospect player for the professional team. So thank you so much for your time, for being here with us, and for the support. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that information. I hope that that was a helpful overview for everyone. I will tell you that I was sitting there thinking to myself, and I appreciate you, Adam, saying that we're stewards of the same space. And so some of developing a comprehensive commitment to how we're going to be in the space, I think is going to be a great opportunity for everyone. So thank you for that. So I want to be sure that I ask my facilitators of the Zoom room to keep me posted about anything to prompt our questions. And I want to start out just a little bit by asking you all, and we'll ask for you to turn your microphones on if in case we didn't, let Adam elaborate for us just a little bit on your experience around the impact, sort of the immediate resonating impact that happens when you all go into a space, and what you hope will happen here.
This,
You're ready.
yeah, great. Well, I think, I mean, I think there's multiple levels of impact, and it's just the critical mass that you achieve when you have a soccer team, starting from just the pure numbers of attendance, the organic development programs that would start. I guess your leading indicators would be the construction beginning, working with local vendors on that. So generating economic opportunity there, academic programs, which we want to develop with York. And then after that, the current state of the team and playing, and like Adam described, the march to the match, the actual engagement of local businesses to capitalize on that traffic and bring in more economic opportunity. And then also, I think what you see is ideally you have a rallying cry, a unifying element, a home, a place to call home that can bring together the disparate members of the Queens community, the diverse Queens community around their own home team. So I think you've got your lead off stuff, which is going to be on the development side, jobs and marketing, then the team itself and the economic opportunity around that, and then the ongoing sort of civic pride and the development and the ongoing kind of cycle of feeding further development, you know, both civic and business and fans.
Fantastic, thank you. And tell us, I think I want to ask a question about the festival-like feeling that you described, right? And tell me a little bit about your vision for that.
First of all, President Eanes, we like to have a little fun.
Yeah.
You know, this is soccer at the end of the day, and this is a sport that unites everybody. This is the global game in the world's game in the world's borough, and it's what we can all have in common. It's a universal language, and by way of that, we can really bring in a lot of good things: local vendors, local music, local food. Because anybody that walks on this campus and gets to be a part of that, I hope that they feel like they are truly in Jamaica, Queens, and get that full-on experience of what it's all about. So our vision is really that anybody, whether they're from here locally or they're coming in from somewhere else around the world, that they walk away feeling like they've got the true home experience of Jamaica, Queens, York College, and Queensboro FC. So that is the vision. It's going to be beautiful. We're gonna have a lot of fun out there. But at the end of the day, it's all about impacting our community and impacting all the people that come in contact with us.
Fantastic. Well, I never want to have a athlete at the table and not ask a question. I can't do that. So I'm warning you. So I'm getting you ready. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. All right. So tell the audience here a little bit about yourself, but also a little bit about your journey, right? To where you are right now.
So hello everybody, my name is Juan Cruz. I'm a goalkeeper for Queensboro FC2. Let me tell you to start, Queensboro has been a big adventure for me. It had a lot of impact on my life already. They showed me a lot of, they demonstrated me the values of unity when it comes to a team, when it comes to life. They also showed me that soccer is not only a sport, but it's a passion, and it can bring people together. In a place like Queens, I believe, even though we speak 1,000 languages, that the language that can unify it also will be soccer. So since the first day of tryouts, I knew I wanted to be a part of this organization. They really have taken good care of me. They show what they wanna give back to Queens, and all what we did and experienced this year. I know it's just the first step for the journey to success. So, thank you, Queensboro.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Sorry, I think maybe. Am I good? Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, so I'm going to come back, Adam, to you. I would say I know people are like, okay, QBFC is coming here. What is the workforce development impact potentially for local people, right? I don't know that, and you may not know it yet either. But I mean, from the standpoint of people working with and around the stadium, that kind of stuff. Can you? I'm not sure which one of you are. Yeah. Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, President Eanes, that's one of the more exciting pieces of this development, and it really goes down to every single potential opportunity, starting from groundbreaking to operations on a day-to-day basis. You know, the construction has to be done in the right way, and there are plenty of job opportunities when it comes to installing every piece of the facility, whether that's the electric, the sanitary, the lights, the seats, top to bottom, the turf. I mean, there's so many elements to it, and there are so many opportunities there. And for us, we have an initiative to make sure that we are even meeting those MWBE and SDVOB participation goals as a part of this. So that's important to us as well. But then you get to the operations of the stadium. You're talking security, maintenance, janitorial, event operations, broadcast, Wi-Fi setups, tech. Top to bottom, there are so many needs across the stadium, and you have hundreds of jobs that are going to be required on a day-to-day basis to operate this venue alone. So we're thrilled about that, and we are really hoping that we can find, and I know we will, a lot of local talent to help us operate this venue, and even locally here on campus. It doesn't have to be even the full-time jobs. It also speaks to internships with our students here on campus as well, and giving them the experience to understand what it's like to operate a stadium, which will hopefully give them opportunities to understand what it's like to work in a professional sporting environment.
And we are working with the local economic development organizations. Congratulations to, I think, the recently promoted, Hope and Justin we've been talking to. So there's a lot of specific, we don't want to get ahead of it, but the positions that we've been discussing, it's going to be a kind of Jamaica Queens first stop where we can fill those jobs, and those conversations are active and ongoing, and that's a priority and part of our mission for hiring.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. There was actually a question in the chat that was speaking to internships, so we covered that. So I think we're good. I know that we'll put together the pipelines and the pathways that we can for that to happen. To say nothing of the fact that I tell people that I could not be a president of a college and not have younger people here experiencing, right, being anywhere on the campus. So I tell people, not necessarily from your standpoint, I have a vision that there will be tons of little ones enjoying being a part of this community also.
Yeah, we will definitely aim to develop a appropriate time and student organizations, internship programs, and then also discounted tickets. I mean, we really want to embrace the York student body from both a fan and internship and soccer standpoint. That's again in the DNA.
Thank you.
Yeah, and President Eanes, like you said earlier, family, we want to keep it in the family and build a family, a very strong one here on campus. So we admire that, and really look forward to building the greatest family here in Jamaica Queens on the campus.
This is not relevant to our stadium, but I would love for one of you all to explain the journey of having to go to 10 locations during COVID. And I feel like it's a real leadership opportunity to share with people how you were able to pivot. So no matter what, I always ask people their COVID stories. So it can be anybody. Just tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, so we started, I think, in a bubble in the Queens, like November 2020, and we went from there to, I think, another 3-4 parks in Queens. Then we moved to Long Island, then to Brooklyn, back to Queens, St. John's. There are many soccer fields that we have visited this year. It has been a long journey, and we are making jokes between the coaches that we have lost, I think, 30 balls because we move a lot. So we have been having, different basics issues, but it's part of the journey, and we think that makes the team stronger. It has done a very strong team family that is fighting every game together, and we take it in the positive side.
And you keep your bags packed, obviously. All right, anybody else on that one? Okay, good. All right, so I think a lot of the questions have been covered. I want to be sure that I ask the audience, does anybody have a question there before I move on and try to get some of this other wonderful knowledge? Anybody? Oh. Good. There we go. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. Hello, good morning. I'm a York student. I also live down the block on Guy Brewer and South Road. So I've lived here my entire life. So I've seen this area change over the years. I was surprised when I heard about the stadium a couple months ago. Honestly, the only reason I knew about it was because I have to go to the York website for school. But I've been walking around here. I've lived my life here. So when I heard about the stadium and how big it was going to be, I was a little confused, to be honest, because the surrounding infrastructure, I'm sure you could fit the stadium in the field. That's not my question. My question is the surrounding infrastructure, because as you know, the sidewalks around here are very narrow. It doesn't seem like it would be able to support traffic of 7,000 people. Not to mention, it's a little bit of a walk from the train station. I know I walk it every day, pretty much, like 15 minutes for me. So I was wondering, are you guys investing in making the surrounding infrastructure more walkable? Because crossing Archer, crossing Liberty, they're big roads. They're kind of dangerous, actually. It's annoying to cross them. I know you said you're going to shut down 160th Street, but again, that's it's just really mostly all asphalt and concrete there. It's not really, what's the word? Not walkable. It's not very pleasant.
I think the question is, how is it going to affect the
surrounding infrastructure? Yeah,
just
that's
environmental
my
impact.
main question. Yeah.
Speak to that.
Great question, and great to hear a local perspective. I really appreciate that. We're working really hard and closely with the necessary city agencies and consultants here to evaluate all of those things, including the bus routes, transportation routes, top to bottom, to ensure that we can support everything that you just mentioned, understanding the parking infrastructure as well as the counts that are coming in and out of those events. And rest assured that that is very important to us. This is something that we are taking very seriously and are going to address as we continue to work through this over the course of the next year, and will be is a part of our planning and continue to be a part of our focus. Indeed.
So thank you for the question, and thank you for being here. I'm always happy to see our students, so thank you for being here. Adam, did you have a follow-up?
I just want to emphasize the point of being here is that this is a conversation, and we take that concern seriously, and the development always has issues, but we welcome the voice and the dialogue. So thank you for the question.
Fantastic. All right, anyone else have a question? We talked about internships and job opportunities. We talked about some of the logistics, right? We talked about the potential, the energy. We heard from our fantastic athlete down there. I want to be sure we talked about our COVID reality. We don't ever leave that out, right? I think one of the things, and I'm going to speak to our students' comment, is that any partnership is about communication. And your comment you made about knowing about it from the website, what I will say is that the communication will just keep on ramping up, right? Because it's kind of going to be a progressive process, I think. But I know that you all have people who do all of this wonderful stuff with you, and we'll do it all together. So hopefully it won't be the best. I don't like it when people say York College is the best kept secret in Queens. I'm tired of being a secret. I'm gonna put that out there. So I want everybody to know about the soccer stadium, and I want everybody to feel comfortable with it being here in our community and adding benefit to everyone involved. So I just say communication is key. We're gonna do more and more.
We always speak to your office and CUNY and York first before we make any announcement. And we want to be more involved and engage more with the student body as it comes back. That's something that we value as a process. So we want to make sure that you guys, the campus here, always gets the news first and doesn't hear about it. We don't want it to be the best kept secret. We want you to be our lead ambassador to tell our story and to be part of it. To be a very positive one for everyone.
Thank you. All right, good deal. Any other questions? Comment? Anybody out there? Thank you for being here. Those who are in the Zoom room. Yes, Marcia.
If you said it, I did not catch it. When do we break ground?
As the schedule has it today, we're looking to break ground end of spring, early summer 2022. So countdown is on.
Very exciting. Anyone else? So we get to plan another groundbreaking ribbon cutting something. Hey, Carl.
Good morning. Could you just share a little bit of feedback about your vision for community camps and clinics?
Go for it, Carl. Your voice.
I got you. Community camps and clinics, right? Perfect. Yes. That is a part of our vision. So as the venue comes online, that's going to be critical, top to bottom. We currently have the academy system. We're bringing on the W League team for the women's side, as well as the professional men's team, and going to continue to put those building blocks in place. All of it starts at the young age of potentially 3-4 years old. So our hope is that we can continue to engage in our younger community with our coaching staff and our players. The journey starts at many ages for different people. I know, Juan, you've been playing probably since you were 2 years old, and have been at it ever since. So we want to inspire our youth in big ways, whether those are free camps and clinics, paid camps and clinics. There are different opportunities across the board depending on the age range and level of play. But we do have a vision for both of those opportunities here locally and across the country to bring top players in, as well as just here for fun, health and wellness, to reiterate the importance of sport here on our campus.
Thank you for that. Thank you for the question, Carl. Carl's our excellent director of athletics. All right. Ishmael.
We were actually just talking about this yesterday. So short answer is yes, as well as around campus, trying to identify key locations and places for that co-branding to make sure that everyone's aware of what's to come, and hopefully can continue to reiterate the importance of our partnership and where we are today in this relationship building.
York is a part of the composite mark. I mean, we feel like that is part of what the brand is. So as we roll that out, you will naturally see much more exposure to the branding and logo that you described. Definitely.
Thank you for the question. Anyone else? All right. Well, I always like to give people some of their time back if I can. Do you all have any closing comments or anything you'd like to tell us? And I think we're good.
Thank you so much. We really enjoyed it, and we look forward to the next time we can share more updates.
And welcome to our family. Thank you for being here. For those of you all in the Zoom room, please, as a reminder, we do have a campus holiday party later in the week. As a reminder, we will be letting you know about our spring gala and all kinds of other activities. Thank you for being here and have a great day.